YouTube! What is up, everybody? Well, this is your boy, Sig. And we're here on the Intricate Effects server, and I'm still wearing my UHC skin, apparently. Oopsie poopsie. I forgot to change it. And that happens, that's okay, no big deal. Ain't no thing but chicken wing. Last episode, we were starting our little house out here on Fitty Day's place. In this episode, hopefully we can finish it. Now that we have our kind of our layout. We're going to do a nice little porch right here. Do some windows and stuff. So we can take some of this stuff out. But yeah. So, we talked about... Last episode kind of talked about my trip to Canada, or to New York. So, this time, I am going to talk about my trip to Canada. Now, I went to Montreal, and I went to Quebec. I was in Quebec for 3 days, and Montreal for 1 day. So Quebec, again, Quebec City, but is also in the province of Quebec. Now, if you've never been to Canada, or you don't know anything about Canada, Canada's pretty awesome. It's just north of America. It's basically, or United States rather. It's basically the United States hat. Like if the United States had a hat, it'd be Canada. Oh look, we already have a visitor. He's gone now. Well, goodbye. No, Canada's great. The people there were very helpful and very friendly. The ones that did not shun me for speaking English were very polite. I met some very cool people while I was up there. There was a guy, his name still is the same. His name has not changed since I came back to America. Mike. And Mike is a French-Canadian construction worker, and his two lady friends were Anik, and I can't remember the other girl's name to save my life, because it's some like fancy name, like something really fancy, very very fancy sounding, and I don't have a fancy sounding name. I'm just plain old Sig. No, I'm joking. So we met them at this like Irish bar, and they're very very nice and very friendly, and kind of helped us explain to us like differences between this, that, and the other. And so some of the things that I noticed while I was in Canada that are different than here in the United States. Where I went, and it might have just been where I went. I don't know, maybe it was because I didn't know what the rules were or what, but in Canada, they do not have toilet seat covers in their bathrooms, like for the toilets, at least in the boys' bathroom, which, in the United States, most restrooms provide toilet seat covers, so when you sit down, it's like kind of like a sanitation thing. You're not sitting in someone else's excrements, or whatever might be going on that toilet. You never know, especially here in the United States, people are kind of gross sometimes. So there was that. That was kind of interesting. One of the other things that I noticed that was different in Canada is they no longer use pennies, like a 1 cent form of currency. We use pennies. We call them pennies here. It's 1 cent. Is what it comes down to. And they don't use pennies, but they still sell things that will cost less money. So say something is $1.13. So in Canada, what they do, depending on the province, is they'll round up or down, depending. And they also don't have sales tax. Again, at least where I was, which I thought was kind of cool too. I was like, that's awesome. So you the price that's on there is the price that you're paying, and I was like, that's cool. I never really look at price anyway, unless I'm if I'm going to the store to buy like a piece of candy, or like buy a sports drink or something, it's like whatever, just a couple bucks. You spend it, you spend it, and you end it. You're done with it, whatever. But I thought it was super cool. This is why these guys are so dang loud. Shut up! You're on fire now. Be quiet. Be dead. Hopefully that was not important to Fitty Ditty's public works here or something. So that I thought that was cool. That was pretty interesting. Of that difference to me, just was a little bit crazy. I was like, whoa, fascinating. You guys don't have sales tax. I went and visited in Canada. I visited Old Quebec, which is a city. It's a very old city in Quebec, where it was the old, basically it was the old city. That's what it was. It was called Old Quebec, and it was fascinating. It was this old historical building. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. A lot of that stuff had been around for 250 years, which I love. I love history, and I love going to places like that. Whether it's here in the States or in other places. It was great. It was fantastic. I also the one of the reasons I went to Quebec was for this big music festival that they have in Quebec every year. It lasts for like 3 weeks. If I am correct, it lasts for 3 weeks, and they get all sorts of people to come and perform. The people that were there this year that I went and saw, I saw Lady Gaga, who's not my first, premier choice in music if I was going to a concert. Like, she's not someone that I would go out of my way to see. Mostly because I'm not into her music, but also because here in the States, to go see Lady Gaga in concert would probably cost you at least $100. And there aren't many artists that I would pay that much money to go see. So yeah, I was like, but it was cool. It was a very cool concert. She put on a really good show. The ticket, or the pass for the festival, the way it works is you basically could buy the pass. You pay, I think it was $60 Canadian, which is like 50 something, 58 or 57 United States dollars, and it was like 50 something bucks, and you can go to any of the shows any day, whatever. If you didn't want to pay for that little pass, you could actually get a ticket, just for one show for whatever venue, and there's like 5 stages, so there's always some music going on somewhere. There's always something, all different walks of kind of music. There's rap, so there's hip hop, there's, you name it, it was there, the genre of music. So it was cool. So I saw Lady Gaga and Tegan and Sarah the first night I was there, which I kind of just went because it was our first night or second night in Quebec, and we did not have any real, big plans. But the second day I went and saw the rap, which was, who was it? It was, I think I kind of like the entryway on this side. So let's do this. The rap, I saw A$AP Rocky, who I absolutely love. He puts on a good show. The only problem with his show is that he only plays, he never plays the songs I want to hear, because a lot of the songs that I like of his they're big collaborations, and so he doesn't always play those, which is a little bit disconcerting, but you know what? It's okay. I understand. I get it. Like, I get it. You can't please everyone. You can't always be a crowd pleaser. You'd like them to be, but they can't always please the crowd every time. Let's make a little porch or something. So yeah, Canada or Quebec, freaking awesome. It was dope. It was a freaking epic city. The show was epic. The people were super nice. The women were beautiful. Like, oh man, there are beautiful women everywhere. Like, you can't. You're never going to go somewhere and be like, oh my gosh, these women are just hideous. Women are beautiful. I don't care where they're from. You will find, beautiful women wherever you go. You just have to look. That's pretty much the bottom line. But men, we're ugly. We're gross. I don't understand women, how you find us attractive, but thank you for putting up with our ugly selves. Because we are pretty nasty, if you ask me. We're disgusting. We burp. We fart. It's gross. It's grotesque. But, you know, gotta live. Gotta live with us. Gotta love us, ladies. You gotta love us. Because, or you don't. You actually don't have to love us, but I'd appreciate it if you did. Throw us a bone, do us a favor, and just love us. The end. No. Yeah, so Canada, awesome. Freaking great place. I'm a little bit off topic there, talking about loving us and stuff, because I'm running on very little sleep at the moment. But I wanted to get some episodes recorded. I've been working super hard, super long hours, etc., etc., etc. Blah, blah, blah. No one cares, Sig. Just play Minecraft and shut up. So Canada, great. The food in Canada, amazing. I had poutine for the first time in Canada at a fast food place. I don't remember its name, but it was a little fast food poutine place. It was outstanding. Holy crap. It was just epic. I could have eaten 1,000,000 pounds of it and been happy. Oh, so delicious. Like, if you've never had poutine, get you some poutine in your life. If you're Canadian, if you're Canadian and you haven't had poutine, like, what the heck, bruh? Get with the frickin' program and eat yourself some poutine, like, today. Poutine is gravy, brown gravy, like beef gravy, made in a pan, French fries, and cheese curds. And it's delicious. Oh, it's so good. I wish I had poutine right now. So I had poutine at that place, and then I also had poutine a number of other places while I was in Canada. One of the places I had poutine was this French breakfast place, and instead of gravy they did it with hollandaise, and it was super tasty. It was so delicious. I was so happy that I ate it. I was like in tears how good it was. I was just like, oh my god, this is so good. I just want to eat more and more and more and never stop. The other poutine spot that I found and absolutely fell in love with was this place called Poutineville. And it was in Montreal. And if you are ever in Montreal, you have to eat at Poutineville. You no. You do not understand. You have to. If you do not eat at Poutineville and you're in Montreal, you are wrong. Okay? Listen. Okay, here we go. If you are in Montreal and you do not eat at Poutineville, you are wrong. It was awesome. I got the poutine I got was called Hat Trick. It was their house poutine gravy. Epic. It was so good. I also got hot dogs in there. They were little tiny ones, not like the thick ones in here in America. Poutine, or potatoes, French fries, whatever you want to call them. French fries, gravy, cheese curds, hot dog, which I already said, and I'm repeating myself a couple times because I'm forgetting. Bacon and ground beef, and it was like this seasoned ground beef, like, oh, so good. And I'm just sitting there, and they're like, do you want a large or like a normal size? And I was like, no, give me a normal size, because I don't want to order like the large size and then be like, oh, look at this freaking American can't eat all this poutine, what a little punk. Oh, so good. It was this big bowl of gravy. If I remember, I'll put a picture of it. So good. Oh my gosh. I wish I had some right now. Like, you guys don't understand how much I miss the poutine. That's like, more than anything that I miss about Canada is the poutine. The poutine was my dream come true. It was like so delicious. It was awesome. I just loved it with a blinding passion. I wish I could eat it all day, every day, forever, and the rest of my life, and I would be happy. I would be happy eating poutine right now. You can't sneak on me, boy. I heard you. Where are you? Where are you? There he is. Get chopped. Get chopped. Let me reset the day, because the day-night cycle, whatever you want to call it. Let me go sleep. That's what I meant to say. Let me go sleep. I should probably actually go sleep for realsies, but let me reset. Be right back. Oh, actually, I'm running out of time. I'm not building fast enough. That's okay though. I'm gonna do a lot of off-camera stuff, and next episode we'll decorate it up and decorate up the outside and things like that, and make it a little bit pretty. I'm gonna do the roof and the porch, because that's pretty much all that's left to do on that little shack. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's a nice little kind of house. Hopefully it fits his little theme that he's going with over here. Kind of resembles the mansion from my other server. I love the acacia wood texture. And it's kind of gray too, so it fits with these bricks and stuff. But we're gonna finish up our little fitty ditty house until between now and next episode, and then we're gonna get back to working on some of our stuff. Hopefully, I have mapped out a lot of stuff while I was in Canada and flying and traveling around. We'll talk a little bit more about my trip next episode. Thank you all for watching. I love it. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry that I don't have as many videos as I've had up in the past. I hope you guys are enjoying FTL as well. Loving that game. It is so much fun. It's the most addicting game I've bought in a long time, pre or post Minecraft. Until next time, remember to do me one little favor, and do never ever ever forget to keep on Minecrafting. Minecraft.